Hi, Tracy here with the Idea Closet with another quick tutorial for you. I've been working on some Father's Day cards this week, and I just wanted to show you how easy it is to put together a fun Father's Day card using the print and cut feature in Silhouette. I'm working with 3 files from the Carta Bella that can all be found in Silhouette. These are the 3 cards that I created, and today I'm going to do a little tutorial to show you how to put this one together. I probably won't show you all the features, but you'll know the basics of how to put this card together when we're done. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to open up my Silhouette, and I'm working again in version 4. I also have the card that I created, a picture of it, so as we talk you can kind of see what I'm trying to do. So the first thing that you'll want to do is we're going to create these panels that go in the back of our card. And I use the map print and cut file from Carta Bella. It's just called map, and I've already brought it into my drawing area. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on it, and I'm going to ungroup it. And then you can see that it has the map and it also has a cut line. We want to delete that cut line. I'm going to click on it and just delete it. And now you have just the map. So the next thing is we're going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to come over here and draw it over here. And then I'm going to size that rectangle to the size that I need. And I've already played around with it, so I know that I want it 1.25 inches wide. I'm going to turn the lock aspect off, and I want it 3 inches tall. So there we have it. Now I need 3 of those. I'm going to make 3 copies. I'm going to select all 3 of them. I'm going to bring it over here and decide what part of the map I want to use. So I'm going to kind of put it not quite in the middle, but pretty close. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. And then I'm going to just bump each one of these. Sorry, get this. And bump it with my arrow just a little bit so that I have a little bit of a space in between. It's kind of hard to click on it right when it's there. Okay, that looks good. It's not perfect, but it looks good enough. I'm going to select all of those. And then I'm going to come up here to my modify window, or modify panel, and I am going to hit crop. And then what happens is all the rest of the map disappears, but there is the 3 panels that we're going to use for our card. Now, in order for Silhouette to cut that out, you need some cutting lines. I could draw a rectangle around all of them, but the easiest thing is to come up here to your line color window, hit the drop down menu, and just choose red. And now I can have red cut lines around my panels. So that's how I did those 3 panels. And that's also how I did the panels for the other 2 cards. I just did them in different sizes. And I'm even going to group it so that I can scoot them over here. Okay, the next one that we're going to do is this Happy Father's Day. This is also a print and cut. I'm going to draw a rectangle again. I'm going to change the size. I need to make sure my lock aspect is unlocked. And I'm going to change this so that it fits the back of my card. So I'm going to do 4 inches by 5.25 inches. And that will fit the back of my card. Then I'm going to open up my textile window. And I'm going to type in all caps, Happy Father's Day. Okay, the first thing I want to do is I want to justify it so it's over on the right hand side. I'll come over here and hit right justify. It's going to move everything over. And then I want to pick a font. And the one that I'm going to use is called Haymaker. There it is. Let's see if we can find it. Might be easier to just scroll down and find it. There it is, and it automatically changes it. Now I want to fill that And I'm just going to do it with a gray color because my card is gray. I think I'll go one step darker. And then because it's going to be a print and cut and I don't want those lines, I'm going to come up here to my lines color setting and I'm just going to turn it off. Okay? Then I can bring this over here, and you could resize it by using the scale window, but I'm just going to kind of drag it that corner and decide about how I want it. Kind of put it in there. Yeah, that looks good. It may not be exactly like the one I have on the card I've already done, but it's pretty close. You could even take this and bring it up to kind of eyeball it. Looks good to me. So then the last thing that I want to do is create a rectangle for my little airplane. So I'm going to go to the library and I'm going to type up vintage airplane or just vintage. There it is. I'm going to click on it and it will open up into my drawing area. And as you can see, it's really big. It's a lot bigger than what I need, and it also already has a cut line around it. I don't want to cut the shape out because I'm going to put it in my rectangle. So I'm going to right click and ungroup, and then I will just delete that cut line. And now I have my, my airplane. So I need to draw one more rectangle. I'm going to resize this to 2.50 inches across and 1.25 inches tall. That's about perfect. I'm going to, same thing, I'm just going to drag this until it looks like it's going to fit inside that little box. Whoops, I may have made it too small now. I definitely made it too small. Just drag it up again, kind of get it to fit in there. Looks good. I'm going to select both of those. I'm going to group them. I'm going to select this and my sentiment and group it. And these are already grouped. So those are all the pieces that I need to do a print and cut. Now I did cut out a little band and I did an offset window rectangle for this, and you can do that as well. To set it up for print and cut, we're going to come over here to our print or page setup window, and I'm going to change it, my page size to letter. Whoops. To letter. There we go. Going to turn on my registration marks by hitting the registration mark icon and then doing the drop down menu and hitting type 1. Now I just need to fit all of this onto my page, and if that one doesn't quite fit, I can just rotate it around so that it's in there. When you do print and cut, you want to make sure everything is inside your hash marks and your print line, which is this red print line. So once that is done, you'll come up to your send to printer icon, and you're going to find your printer and go ahead and hit print. I'm not going to do that right now. Then we'll cancel, or we'll print it. It'll come out. You'll lay it on your mat just like it shows on your screen, and we're going to go to send. There are your images. It's taking a minute because I'm recording. This always happens. There are your images. So on the materials list, I'm going to come and define my material, and I'm choosing my cardstock. The cardstock that I'm using is a little thicker, so I have a heavier setting, and I just call it my cardstock. Go up to action, and I want to use my automatic blade, and everything is ready. I'm not going to do simple because I don't want it to cut out the Happy Father's Day, and I still want it to cut out my panels. So I'm going to come up to line color. It's going to take it a minute, and there are the two reds. no color would be for the sentiment. If I clicked on it, it would cut out the sentiment and that airplane, and I don't want it to, so I'm going to make sure that it's unchecked. And now where the dark red lines are, that is exactly what it's going to cut. So I will hit send, and there are the 3 pieces for my card. To assemble this card is really easy. You're just going to glue everything down. Like I said, I did cut another rectangle out for this piece and another rectangle for this piece. Add a couple of brads, glue it all together, and there is a really simple Father's Day card. These other 2 cards, I did the same thing. I just made a different size rectangle for my 2 panels. This card, I changed the setting on the print and cut a little bit, and I'll do a tutorial on that a little bit later. Anyway, have fun, make some cute Father's Day cards, and have a great week. Thank you.